Hi guys, it's Miss Nickerson. I'm absent today and I may be absent again tomorrow. My daughter has pink eye, so I'm staying at home, but that does not mean that you are not going to keep working on cellular reproduction. So today you are going to show what you learned about meiosis from the table activity yesterday, and you're going to apply it into a claymation. So I'm going to go over my expectations for the claymation and how to use the claymation animation app that's on all the iPads now. The first thing you should do is you should bring some resources with you into the lab when you go. You can bring your handouts from yesterday's lab table activity, you can bring a book, you can bring your notes, but you're going to want to make sure that you have a really clear plan on what is meiosis before you start on the claymation so you don't make mistakes. I expect each of your claymations, you're each doing your own, to have chromosomes, spindle fibers, a nucleus, a cell membrane, centrioles, in each of the slides that's appropriate for. Also, you need to show crossing over. That's important. To make sure you're doing your own work, there's two things that have to be also visible in each of the slides. The first is you can get some little scraps of paper and write the different phases on them, like interphase, prophase, metaphase, anaphase 2, telophase 2, and so forth. And you can put those little slips of paper in the image so that I know which phase that you are actually animating at that time. The second is you're going to take some type of identification. You could use your student ID card, blue card. You could write your name out on a piece of paper or in clay, and you're going to have that in every picture you take so that someone else can't use your work and turn it in, or you can't turn someone else's work in. Okay, those are requirements throughout the whole animation, so make sure that you meet those requirements so you can get the best grade possible. Okay, so now that you're ready to do that, I want to make sure you understand that you're going to go from one cell with just 2 chromosomes in it. Those chromosomes are going to make a copy of themselves, so they'll look like X's. Then it's going to go through metaphase. They're going to line up next to each other. Anaphase, be pulled apart. Telophase and cytokinesis, and now you're going to have 2 cells, each with still 1 chromosome in them. And then it's going to start meiosis 2, where it's going to go through prophase, metaphase. They're going to line up along the middle, get pulled apart by spindle fibers, and separate into 4 cells, each with 1 chromosome in it, which is half of the original DNA. So we're making eggs or sperm or cells that need to be 50% of the DNA. Make sure you show the spindle fibers reaching in to pull them apart. Make sure in the first metaphase you show crossing over of the chromosomes, kind of like trading socks, and use your book, use your notes from yesterday, and ask each other about that, because that's the part that seems to people be having the most trouble with. Okay, so next up I'd like to show you the app that we're going to be using. Okay, so on your iPads, there is a new app, and yours will be at the end, and it's called Stop Motion, right here, kind of a brightly colored camera. You can open up that app, and on it, it may already have some other people's projects. Please just leave those alone. We don't want to mess with those at all. So your job is to start a new project. So you'll select the new project button. It's going to open it on up. Okay, I'm going to do stop motion of my dog chewing on his toy here, okay? So that's a good stop motion. So each time you want to take a picture, you'll click on the mark right here. So I'm going to take a quick picture, okay, and it's going to go down into the file tray down below. Now, each time you take a picture, you're probably going to be moving your clay just a little tiny bit. And so if you want to see where your last picture was, you can turn on the translucence here so you can see where the last picture is. So there you can see the last picture. Now you can see where the dog is right now, so I'm going to take another picture. And as I go through here, and he's going to be doing different things, like let's take one over there. Okay, you guys would be showing the chromosomes making a copy of themselves, or showing the spindle fibers reaching out to grab the chromosomes, showing the cells pinching off, and so forth. Okay, now there's a couple things that you should be aware of. You can play this at any time. I'm going to turn this back so it's just the video playing here. Oops, the video playing here. So there is this stop motion of the pictures that I've taken. Now that's playing awfully fast. So I'm going to go down here to the settings, and I'm going to adjust that. And I'm going to change it. Come on, settings. Oh, that's not the settings I want. I'm sorry. I want the settings right here. There we go. And I'm going to change it from playing really fast to very slow, like maybe, I don't know, 2 or 3. Okay, now as we play this here, watch how it's going to play a little bit slower. Okay, that's good. That's probably about the speed that you want for that to work. I'm going to move this back up into my translucent so I can see. I'm going to take it off of play, and I'm going to continue to take a few more pictures so we can kind of see what this is going to look like here. Okay. Oh, it's got an itch. Okay. All right. So once we have all of our shots taken, maybe we see some issues that we have. All right, maybe we've got some things that we need to do, like we need to go back to one of the pictures, and we need to edit and add in a new one. So I'm going to go back to this one right here. I'm going to hold it until I've got something up. I can capture a new picture and put it in between this one and the next one. I can duplicate this picture, make an exact copy in case I need to stretch something out. I can delete it if I don't like it, and then there's just a few other options. I can copy it. There's just a few things I can do to paste it somewhere else, move them around if you need to, and so forth. So, for example, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go back, and I don't really need to do anything with that one, okay? When it's all the way done, you're all the way done, you're going to close it out here. It's going to save automatically. You'll see it here in your the tray, and we need to turn it in. So here's the steps to turn it in. Down here, we're going to share it. Now, the instructions are to turn it in over the email, but this email, for some reason, does not work. So we just have to take it one step further. First, you're going to send it to the camera roll. We want it as small a size as possible since we're going to be emailing it. It'll take a second to prepare it. Okay, and then we will close on out of the program and go to our camera. Okay. Our camera will open up, and down in the bottom corner is our camera roll. Okay. Now on the screen that I'm recording, I can only get this to work. So I'm actually going to pull this up onto this right here, so you guys can see what I'm going to be doing here. Okay. So it's up, and once you're in that video, up in the upper corner, you want to share it out on the mail. It's going to bring up your email. You need to type in mazamabio@gmail.com. This is important. In the subject line, you need to put your period, so like period 1, 3, 5, 7, whatever we got tomorrow, your last name, and then your first name. So if I was in class, I'd put like period, I'd put 3 Nickerson Laura, and then I just send that email, and it'll come through to me. If you don't put anything in the subject line, I don't know who's this, and it's annoying. So make sure you do that. I'm going to go ahead and cancel this out so it's not a problem. Okay. If you have a little bit of extra time and would like to try something else, you can go into your movie, and you can add in some audio. So I'm going to go back into my movie that I was working on, and I'm going to add some audio. So let's go back here to the clips. The little audio button is right here. It's going to open up. So are you ready? Yes, I'm ready. It's going to play the movie as I am recording it. It came off the screen there because I'm going to record my sound for my movie. Stop. And then I've got my recording done, and it's back up. And now if I play it, I can play it here. You can hear the movie on my, you can hear the sound on my iPad. Anyways, you can figure it out. So that is the movie. You have an hour and a half to complete it, and make sure that you get it turned in correctly. Make sure you're not messing around with the clay. Make sure that you are cleaning up when you're done. And I have made some quick handouts to help you follow the instructions in case you get a little bit lost. But really, this whole process, I really don't care how great the claymations are. We're doing the claymations so that you can really understand meiosis. So when we take our proficiency test tomorrow and I ask you what's happening in metaphase, what's crossing over, how many cells are made at the end of meiosis, those kind of things, you're like, oh, I made that yesterday. I remember. Okay, so don't stress out about it, but make sure you're doing it correctly, because the worst thing you could do is learn it the wrong way. All right, be outstanding for my sub. I expect top-notch behavior, and I hope to see you guys Friday, but if I don't, best of luck on the mitosis and meiosis quiz. All right, thanks guys, and Merry Christmas if I don't see you tomorrow.